So this lesson is designed to help you with citing textual evidence. There are two types of ways to cite textual evidence. One is when you actually take the specific words out of a text and drop them into your writing to support what you're saying. Put it in quotes, cite who said it, word for word out of the other text. We're going to get to that later. For now, we're just going to concentrate on the skill of taking evidence out of another text to support what you're saying, but rewriting it into your own words. Okay, so here's kind of how it works. So our learning target, you use evidence from the text to support your claims or statements. So this is what you're doing in that 5-paragraph essay that you're writing right now. We're going to do this a lot. This is a major skill that you need to be confident with. So what does it mean to cite evidence? Basically, citing is mentioning evidence from a text in your writing. So you're supporting what you're saying using someone else's words, someone else's text, and the evidence comes directly from that text, and you insert it into your writing. Okay, and just like I said before, there's two ways of doing it. We're going to concentrate on the way of just rewriting the words into your own. So how do you cite the evidence? First, you need to locate the evidence in the text. So you have a piece of text that you're reading, whether it's a novel or an article, whatever the case is, you need to locate the evidence. Then you need to rewrite that evidence into your own words. After that, you use a phrase or a location in your writing to show where you found the evidence. So you need to give credit where credit is due, basically. So this is an example. The question, why do the other kids dislike Margot? This is from a book called All Summer in a Day, which we haven't read, obviously, in class, but it's an example that I've had in the past. So that we're looking for textual evidence that shows why the other kids dislike Margot. So in the text, I found these pieces and highlighted them. She was different, and they knew her difference and kept away. Her father and mother were taking her back to Earth. The children hated her for all these reasons, and they hated her possible future, like what she might have in store for her future. So those are 4 different pieces of evidence that I found in the text from All Summer in a Day that support why the other kids didn't like Margot. Sorry about the timing here, guys. All right, so once you've found the evidence in the text, you need to rewrite it into your own words. So that first statement, and I rewrote it, Margot was different, and the other kids didn't like her because of it. Simple, to the point. Then what you need to do is you need to use a phrase or a location to point out to the reader of your piece when you're using textual evidence. One example, one point made in the text is. Another way you can do it is the author narrator states. You could also say in the text it says. You could also use the phrase according to the text, or on page whatever it says, and then the text. So those are different ways to locate for the reader that, hey, I'm using someone else's text to support what I'm saying. The point I'm trying to make, my claim, if you will. So here's what it looks like putting it all together. The other kids dislike Margot because she is different and because they are jealous of her experience on Earth. On page 2, it says that she might go back to Earth with her family and that the other kids hated her for it. A little bit more advanced skill, which we'll talk about, is you could identify the author. And that will come when you start to use the idea of putting it in direct quotes, word for word from what that author said. Then you need to identify,